In the age of modern medicine, not every family comes to be in the traditional sense. This is Your Health with Angie Bailey. Makes a look at an amazing story of one set of triplets born to two moms 6 weeks apart.
When I explain to others this family you're about to meet, I always get the same confused expression. And everyone involved admits it took a tangled family tree to get three beautiful babies here. But that tree is rooted in pure love, both from a woman destined to be a mother and a sister determined to help.
I once was lost, but now I am found. I was lost for so long. First couple of years I really wasn't scared. When the first in vitro fertilization didn't work, then that's when I realized, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be a mom.
She was always the vibrant red lipstick, red fingernails, sassy one, and I was always the quiet one, and I just watched her whole personality change. She quit praying. She hadn't put up a Christmas tree in years. She got where she slept a lot. She didn't want to leave the house, and it was terrible.
You want to say hi, Precious?
Brighter days now, though, and sleeping a lot is not an option. Darla Pritchard knew getting into the swing of being a new mom would be tough.
I really never counted on three.
3 babies. Wesley.
He'll just lay in the bassinet and just talk to himself. We're laid back.
Mallory.
She's the smallest one, and she's the sassiest one.
And Maddie.
The one my sister carried, she is really laid back too. She kind of just takes it all in.
That's right. The one her sister, her identical twin sister, carried.
It's just a wild story. It's just wild from the beginning to the end.
I carried 2 and she carried 1.
So all 3 are the biological children of Darla and Mark Pritchard. After trying to become parents for 5 years and 2 failed in vitro fertilization attempts.
The third time we were going to do it, it was our last chance. It was that, or we just weren't going to be parents.
So they took some insurance with them in the form of a surrogate, Darla's sister, Dana.
It just seemed like a no-brainer. I'd do anything for 9 months for a lifetime of her happiness.
So doctors implanted fertilized eggs into both sisters, and it worked, but somewhat unexpectedly for both.
We were worried about doing in vitro and the possibility of multiples and all that, but I knew I would rather have a bunch than to have none.
Now, to further confuse the issue, the twins Darla carried were delivered 6 weeks early in late February, and the third, little Maddie, joined her brother and sister about 6 weeks later. The doctors assured Darla, since all of the kids were from the same batch of eggs and were implanted on the same day, they were, in fact, triplets.
I really wanted them to have the same birthday. I didn't want them to have to... It's a great story for us to tell, but I didn't really want the kids to have to tell that story.
But no time to think about that now. Managing 1 baby is a big job. So can you imagine the logistics of 3?
We have lots of charts. That way when they fuss, we know, well, could they be hungry or is it something else? Because before, I simply just couldn't remember when they were fed last. And it goes by so fast, you're thinking there's no way they could be hungry. Well, when you look at it, when you write it down, you're like, oh, gosh, it has been almost 3 hours.
Dana's 2 children are staying with their aunt and cousins a lot this summer, and she admits she can use the help. Between the daily dozens of diaper changes and a couple gallons of formula, Darla counts her blessings. All 3 of them.
I am really lucky, really lucky. The thought of having 3 really wasn't scary. It was just, I was thrilled. Amazing grace.
For healthy babies, she had all but given up hope on, and a sister who wanted to do whatever it took to restore that hope.
I said to God once, if you were going to get her pregnant too, I would have just as soon stayed out of it. But, I'd do it all over again in the same situation.
With Your Health, I'm Angie Bailey.
Despite being Darla and Mark's biological daughter, they still have to legally adopt Maddie from Dana since she gave birth to her. Darla says she's going to be completely honest with all of the kids about how much they were wanted and what it took to get them here.